Good evening, everyone, and thank you for watching Barry Beat, streamed live on 802 Scoop right here in the Inside Scoop Studios, Main Street, Barre, Vermont. Of course, you've got myself, Michael Booten, and with us tonight we have the ever-lovely Raylene and Liam Hogan from Hogan LLC, Hogan Group LLC, and we have a special guest, Seth Fewer, who is the president of the fledging Turning Point USA chapter at Spalding High School. How are you doing, sir?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I can't complain too much, just go. We're doing a little late tonight, so, it is what it is. We had to go late, folks, and we do apologize. I know that Glenn probably won't be watching now because he usually goes to bed around 8.
That's right.
Just like Raylene,
You screwed it all up. Oh, yeah, I wish.
So we wanted to have you down here, Seth, and just to chat with you about what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
So you got a president, which is yourself, and you've got a vice president, and do you want to say his name?
His name's Javian for now, but yeah, he's great. I love him.
Great. So what made you want to start a Turning Point chapter in Barre, Vermont?
Well, obviously, one of the biggest factors about Turning Point is getting younger people involved in politics. And I myself am a freshman. I'm 15 years old. And so I've always wanted to be more into politics myself. And another good way to get into that is to, first of all, get a community, obviously, where you can build and grow with everybody. And so once you've established that, you can start growing more with politics. And so that was what initially kicked it off. And I think I started going into the process of getting it in about December of last year when I was still at my last school before I was even at Spalding. And then I started the process of officially getting it done when I got to Spalding this year.
Nice.
And it's my understanding you went to Arizona, correct?
I did.
How was that?
It was very hot down there, I'll say. They say it's a dry heat. I don't know about that, but yeah, we went to the memorial. It was very nice. A lot of good speakers there.
Yeah. Watched some of it, and certainly it was a very emotional and spiritual event, no doubt. Yeah. So what?
Well, let's
Sure.
not go too far too fast.
Okay.
Because I think that it should be duly noted that this is something that he started this process, as he said, in December, and this wasn't I decided to do this because this is what happened.
Yeah,
I
that's
was
a good point.
I was involved.
Oh, yeah.
This was something I was passionate about and wanted to do prior to the events that happened.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Which I know they say a lot of new chapters have been coming recently, after the recent events, but I've definitely been into this way before that. Way before that's been really important to me for a long time.
Yeah. And that is a good point, Raylene. Thank you for that, because certainly, there's going to be people that are jumping on now, but that was before. So
Yeah.
And your person that you're working with is?
Her name's Renee. She's very nice. Yep.
And I know that I talked to you before, and you're getting close, right?
Very close.
So what's the process for becoming a chapter?
Well, obviously you have to go through all the steps of getting all your information to your field representative for your area. Mine's obviously, like I said, her name's Renee. And then after that, you have to talk to the school about it. It's just like starting a club, essentially. So you have to go through the process of starting a club at your school, and it's just that process.
Yeah, that's a pretty. I know that starting clubs at schools are pretty difficult. I know another group that's trying to start, and it's just normally it's just a difficult process because you got to get a teacher involved or a staff member, unless you want to do something that it's not an official club. You can have a regular community member. I do want to dispel the rumor that's out there that, there's been, pushback on you. And just, you haven't experienced any of that, correct?
Absolutely not. No, they've been very nice about it so far.
Yeah, I know that for folks that know, I'm on the school board, so, and I certainly, from my side of that position, I haven't heard any kickbacks, so it's important that folks know that. But you're getting close, right?
We are very close, yeah.
So hopefully you'll be able to have another announcement sometime in the near future.
Now, do you have kids waiting to join, or
We do.
About how big of a group do you think you're going to have?
So we came down to the Barre Heritage Festival, and we were getting to kids informed about what's happening at Spalding. And I think we signed up about 20 or 30 people that wanted to come to the meetings and stuff.
That's nice.
It's very nice.
Good
That'll be a pretty large group of Spalding High School kids.
That's the hope.
Yeah.
And it just further shows your passion that you were willing to come down here at 15 years old, sit at a table all day. That's a lot for a lot of kids your age. So the fact that you are passionate enough to do whatever it takes to get this going is, I think, a big deal, and I commend you for that. That's for sure.
Thank you.
Nice. So we'll jump into our regular show. And of course, you're obviously going to stick around, which is great. So you'll have to
should weigh
opine. Absolutely. You'll have to weigh in on the stuff that we're talking about. Of
course.
Some of it's...
You, a turning point guy and a future podcaster. All
that
right
is
here.
is that what you want to do?
I don't know about that.
We got the Barry Beat hat on.
You got
you
the
right
hat
now.
on, you know.
Well, you know what? We'll be talking about the New York mayor. Oh, the potential New York mayor. Are you interested in that conversation?
I don't know if I want to say too much about that, but I am interested, yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce his name, except for, I will mention that he's a communist, and you got the communist sock on there.
Yep.
Anyway, so we'll get down. That's a teaser for folks that are watching. Whether or not that's a teaser, I don't know. So let's go down with the weather first. Tomorrow, clear, 66 for high and 43 for low. Wednesday is also clear, 59 high, 36 low. Thursday, partly cloudy, highs of 59 degrees and a low of 32. Friday, clear, high 68, low 34. Saturday, clear, high 73 and low of 43, which is kind of nice. I enjoy the 70s. They're, with the trike and stuff. Sunday, clear, high 75, 46, and then Monday, partly cloudy, 75 highs, and low is 48. So we're looking at continued drought conditions, which is super unfortunate. We're currently in a severe drought. The U.S. Drought Monitor says 94% of Vermont is in a severe drought, with Orange, Windsor, and Rutland counties being impacted the most. And I think I mentioned this last time, Liam. Did I mention 1895? I think it was.
Yep.
The worst.
We had what's his name here?
Yes, that's right, Steve McKenzie.
Steve.
Yep. It's been the worst drought since 1895, which is super sketch, especially for what happened up at Berlin Health and Rehab.
Yes, they ran out of water. The well ran dry. And that's happening more and more every day here. More people that have their either spring or their well has run dry. And that's super costly too, to have someone come try to dig deeper and to buy water, to have those big boxes delivered and the constant delivery of water. It's very expensive and not a good way to go into the winter.
No, definitely not. Now, are you on city or are you on
We're city, I believe.
your
Yep.
city? And you're probably on city water, like you would know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you're probably on city water. If you live in Barrytown, you probably are on city water. Which the Dix Reservoir, which is where we get our water from, it's low, but it's not like super low. I checked with Nicholas yesterday, and he said that the reservoir is still at an elevation of 1,276 feet. And that's not deep. That's elevation for like where it is. It's supposed to be a full reservoir is 1,280, but we're down obviously. And on top of that, well, not on top of that, but we don't hit that voluntary conservation notice until 1,274. So I don't know if everybody's listening. That was like a lot of numbers, but not really a lot of numbers.
Right. Just
Well,
a
and,
couple.
and you
They're
included it
confusing.
in the post that we did anyways, did you
Correct. We did. And the
I can
it's we're 2 feet above the conservation notice. But Montpelier, I heard that Montpelier has a voluntary conservation as well.
not? Yes, they do.
Which like super they've had theirs since September 18th. I mean, there's no voluntary conservation, but we should probably be conserving considering.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no rain coming in, so it's a little sketchy. I'm not gonna lie, a little scary. I know if people have wells, that's not good. Yeah, they're drying up and everything. But with that in mind, hand it off to Liam, who's going to give a spotlight.
The spotlight, right. So Wilkins Harley Davidson is opening up their water spigot. So you can go, if you've run out of water or if you need water, you can go there. I saw the Facebook post a couple days ago.
Yep.
And you can go anytime, it sounded like, and fill up your jugs. So that'll be a good resource for people.
And if we're going to talk about Wilkins, let's also talk about the fact that this Saturday at Wilkins is the Circle, the Ride for Circle, the domestic violence shelter here in the city. 11 o'clock is when the kickstands are up. So the ride will take off at 11. And 802 Scoop will be there, at least I will. The Ride for Circle. To all the proceeds, that's what they benefit. We'll be doing, there's raffles and silent auction, all kinds of great things going on over there this weekend at Wilkins Harley Davidson.
I wonder if Lisa's going to be up there. She usually is up there for the events.
I don't know. They are serving lunch on the return, Wilkins is. So
I wouldn't be surprised if she's up there. Thank you for that. So yuck. Booth Brothers, for folks that don't know, we talked about them last time, how in 2026, I think it's April of 2026, they're going to be closing down the plant. They're still going to be using it as a warehouse though. So they're going to have the drivers going out of there. Not everybody lost their job. There was some offers, I guess, to go to a different position. But still kind of sad. And Raylene, you want to talk about
what? I'm
about
not
the
a mind reader.
you went to the court today?
I'll talk about it a little bit. We are going to talk about this a little bit more with Chief Vale coming up very soon. But I participated via WebEx because, as I told you, it was a busy day. But for an arraignment for Brandon Carbo, again. So,
It's like Groundhog Day, except for
So,
not funny and not fun.
yeah, it's definitely not funny. When he was arrested this time on an outstanding warrant, and the warrant was because, one, he didn't show up to treatment court. Two, he left his treatment program. He was in a treatment program and he left against medical advice. He basically just picked up and took off out of there. So that's what the warrant was for. He was seen, officers, Barre City police officers, arrested him, but not without him resisting and actually hurting a police officer. And so he resisted arrest, and he gave a false name, which I'm sorry, I found great humor in that, because who doesn't know, especially in the city, who he is. But so he was charged with giving false information to a police officer. But he was held. His attorney really fought hard for him to be released. They wanted to at least hold without bail, but the state's attorney nor his PO were having any of that this time. So the judge held him on the original $5,000 cash bail for the warrant, which was for the failure to appear and leaving treatment, and added consecutively a $2,500 cash bail for the current charges of the assault on a police officer, resisting arrest, and false information. And there'll be a court hearing in a couple of weeks. Probably some of it will happen during the treatment court session, and I attend all of those anyway, so yeah, I'll be a part of that as well. But I will keep track. I'll follow that case and a couple of others, and report as it happens.
And you did that today. I mean, you posted that, and I don't know anywhere else where that was posted. That's the
No,
reason
I mean,
why.
there-
It's 802 Scoop, right?
Yeah, it's 802
and that's
Scoop. And-
news that you can use.
That's right. There were news. There were other news affiliates there, but I'm sure that they're going to go more in depth than I did. I gave a quick synopsis of what happened, but I look at it as, here you go. Here's the truth without all the fluff and the stuff in the middle. Like I don't explain the 20, 30. The rap sheet or any of that I literally told what happened today.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
And you'll dive deeper with...
Yeah, I mean, I'll dive deeper. We're going to have Chief Vale's going to join us soon, where he's going to give us an update of some things happening in the city. He and I are, we're going to spend a lot of time together on the podcast. He's going to start coming in, giving us some updates. We're going to do some kind of officer highlights where we can let you know when there's an anniversary date. As we all know, Jason Fleury just celebrated a crazy number of years as an officer here in the city. And we're just going to start recognizing them more. And it's my goal for them to all know that they are supported here. And I would like to do the same with Barrytown, the Washington County Sheriff's Department. I've been in touch with Mark Poulin. He and Brett will be joining us again soon. And just going to try to be a lot more involved in that, and in getting people like some really good messages about how we can support them, because we need to be.
And we back the blue here at 802
We
Scoop.
do back
And we
the blue.
mean it.
It may just be a sign in the window,
Yeah.
but we mean it. And we do plenty of things to do that. We just don't do it all that outwardly. But
Nice.
That's all I'll say about that.
Thank you for the court report and for the little teaser of coming table talk conversations.
Yes.
All right. Want to talk about select board there, Liam?
Yep, they had a big we went over it before we came on. Was it CD, CB? It's C.
Community block grant, community development block grant, disaster relief.
Say that 4 times fast.
No.
Anyway, they had a big, long presentation, it seemed like. If you want to read it, I suggest you go to the minutes because there's about 4 pages of presentation. And they're looking for a big chunk of money. $67 million or whatever.
And what is it that they want to do with it? Do they outline a plan? Are they looking for infrastructure? Are they looking for housing? Are they looking to fix the bridge on Camp Street that people bitch about relentlessly? And I mean, granted, it's a shortcut that I've taken many times over the years because my parents lived on Sunset at the top of Windy Wood or
Yep.
the top of Camp. And so, but we hear that often. Did you hear any of that going on?
No, what I saw was land stabilization. I'm trying to remember the name of it. Did I put it in? Let's see.
You did not.
It would be interesting if it was part of those
See, I got it.
funds to fix that bridge. You know, people are always asking, the city of Barre ought to fix that bridge. Sorry, folks. That one's not on them.
That's not on us.
The city of Barre wants to take out bridges. No, just kidding. Don't get all upset. Don't get upset. I'm just being a jerk.
I haven't heard anything about removing the Berlin Street
No.
Bridge in a long
No.
time.
No.
And let's not talk
I was
about it and
just
hope that
kidding.
it doesn't come up.
I was just kidding. I was
The
just being
wild-
my typical jerk self.
The Wildersburg
Wildersburg
Ravine,
Common.
north
Yes.
and south,
Oh, okay.
and then also involves properties owned by Kent and Linda.
Yeah, so that property is the property that I was talking to you about a few weeks ago, Michael. When you're going up Washington Street, just before the last gas station, the one on the left, there's a driveway that you saw blocked off for quite some time. And they had a really bad slide right there. Now, the upper portion of that driveway and the second entrance to that area, those couple of houses, is through Wildersburg. And that's the condominium development up off of Cobble Hill. And it's literally sliding basically down onto Route 302 or Washington Street. So I need to fix that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I'm looking at the minutes now.
Yeah. Lot to decipher.
Yes. Yes, there is.
I know a couple of the homeowners there, and the one on the Washington Street side of things that use that driveway as their main driveway to come out onto Washington Street. They've actually reached out to us a couple of times and said, Raylene, will you help us with this? What do we need to do? Who do we need to talk to? Or will you talk about it and ruffle feathers so that they do something?
Raylene, you ruffle feathers?
Nope, never.
Never?
No.
Never?
No.
All right. Okay, so that's good to know. And also, they have a voluntary water conservation?
Voluntary. Apparently, it was posted on Front Porch Forum. So again, it's voluntary, but just means maybe don't stay in the shower very long as you would. Don't don't be watering your garden when.
And those of us
Every
that have
day.
been banned from Front Porch Forum had no idea.
So, Again, it's voluntary, but I think most of the surrounding towns have that now. I think Montpelier has one as well.
Yep. And for folks that don't know, Barrytown has city water, and they also have their own municipal water. So the conservation notice would be on, if you're not getting a Barry City bill, then that's where the conservation notice would apply. Because I think they pull from wells. I know they pull from wells. That was a stupid comment. I know they do, because they don't have a reservoir like we do. But yeah, and I just did a quick search on there, and the Wildsburg Ravine project. Request is a $3 million pre-approved advance to the full application. Yeah, and like you said, the parcels, I think you said Stoneman or Folsom's, right? And the Johns, let's see. ACCD says that the inclusion will not hurt competitiveness, the South Ravine. So, yeah. All right. Let's move on to city council business. Because that's
going on.
always, huh?
A lot going on.
There is a lot going on in general with the CDBG DRs.
It's the acronym of the day.
It is. Well, I know. So the Vermont Historical Society is asking to be put as a regional priority. They're doing an application. The city council will approve a letter of support for that. I know that the Vermont Historical Society. Have you guys been there?
Yes.
You have.
Yep.
No,
You haven't been?
no, and I really should. I feel bad that I
Great.
haven't. I talk about it, but I still haven't not done it.
Well, you went to school there, didn't you?
Well, yeah. That's
Okay.
history.
No
Wow.
excuse anymore.
That's history. In the 1980s.
In the 1980s. That's okay. I was in the 1990s. It was all good. We went to that school. I will say, going there, when I went there, it's hard to pay attention to the exhibits when I'm looking at the room and remembering Mrs. Slayton and,
Right.
my,
Mrs. Eyre, Mrs. Brown,
yes,
Mr. Lift.
Mrs. Cormier and
Yeah.
all of them, yeah. So that's, and you'll experience that later when you get older. You'll go to the school and you'll be like, oh yeah, I remember those days. You're just a freshman. You're just a
Yeah.
little kid right now.
Oh yeah.
No, not a little kid. I apologize. That's you'll get there though. You'll get there when you go back to the school. You'll remember all those. Have you done that, Liam?
What?
Gone back to your original school?
Yes, because my younger siblings went to, because I attended Chelsea Elementary School. So I've been back and I've coached soccer and done all that.
Nice.
If the walls could talk, both Raylene and I would probably shut them up permanently. Don't know about these two, but I know the two of us probably would shut those walls up real quick.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably.
So anyway, the city council will be voting to approve the regionalization or regional priority list application. They will also be discussing the extension of Prospect Heights, the purchase or the option to purchase, which was like the last thing that I signed was the first option to purchase before I lost my city council race. But I'm glad that they're continuing on because Prospect Heights is really important. I don't think, obviously there's some people that don't understand. That was not appropriate. Raylene's just like, well,
Well, it's just
So-
say what you're gonna say instead of trying
Yeah.
to be squishy, and then it would just be fine and not inappropriate.
Michael.
So here's the thing, right? Prospect Heights, what people don't understand is like, one, it's bringing people to our community. And it's a great development project, and I understand, the concerns about wetlands, but it's built into the project to mitigate for that. And it's going to bring like 90 to 120 houses online. That's families. And it's not just, there was some conversation about the type of people that are going to be in those houses. And they're working class people. They're, people that it's not.
Or retired.
Or retired,
yeah.
right. It's not, they're not, the concern that people have is whether or not it's Section 8, right? And it's affordable housing is considered based on like 80% of Washington County's median income, which is not Barry's median income. Washington County's median income, 80% for one person is like $50K. And that's not, that's a relatively good salary in this area.
Yep.
It's obviously not enough, but it's a relatively good salary. So
Well, and in regards to the wetlands, and people should really take note of the new development that Bectos is doing up on Beckley Hill. And I'm not necessarily sure of if there were wetlands or why they did it, but by design, they have like catch basins. They have these big, I don't want to call it a flower bed, but kind of there's specific trees and shrubs and foliage that have been planted specific for runoff and those sorts of things. I mean, they've done a great job in making sure that all of that happens. I mean, they created this huge new development up there, and they're trying to make sure that the impacts below are definitely dealt with. And if you go up there and you drive through the neighborhoods, whether it be the new Beckley Hill Meadows, if you drive through the different streets, you'll notice whether it be in the condo section or the single family home section, that those specific catches are constructed throughout the entire project. They're pretty neat, actually, and some of the plants that they've done are super cool too.
yeah.
And this project's going to be thought of the same way. It's
Right.
not, it's not being done willy-nilly, gets approved tomorrow and is up and built completely by the end of next summer. This is like years worth of project here that has already been in process for years.
Yeah. Yep. Then another thing that we've got is the 2 bond warnings that are coming up. The first bond is for a TIF bond, which for folks that don't know, it's a tax increment financing, and it's a financial tool that municipalities can use to fund infrastructure work. So the TIF bond that they're going to be bonding for is $2.4 million for the Stevens Branch apartments, which is the seminary apartments, that North Seminary Street apartments that they're going to be putting up. The TIF bond, the way that works is that you take a bond out and the bond is paid by the increase of the taxable base, which means that if we did a TIF, a big TIF here in Barre City back in 2012, I think it was. It took a snapshot and it assessed everything what it was. So the assessment, according to the state of Vermont, because we pay money to the state of Vermont for the education taxes. I know this is so boring and I'm losing people just talking about it. Are you guys excited about this?
Thrilled.
Thrilled.
Riveting content here.
Seth is, why did I stay? I had an out. I could have left.
No, it's good. It's good.
Anyway, one of these days we'll have to go through. What a TIF is. We won't do it tonight.
Well,
but
we have done it before with
We
Carol.
have.
So
We have.
it has, I mean, we've done it a couple of times, I think.
Yeah.
It's one of, and Michael gets all nerded out about
I
this.
do.
He's like,
I like TIFs. I am very excited about TIFs.
so excited.
I mean, I'll talk about TIFF. I'll talk about Chip. I mean, we can.
Dungeons and Dragons, unicorns, the glow in the dark. He's like, he's got
Ugh.
issues.
He's got big squishy issues.
What is
I
that?
don't know what you're talking about. This is a beautiful unicorn.
It's his dice roller.
Can I still leave? No, I'm kidding.
What'd you say?
Nothing. I'm just hanging out.
Just jealous. You want one.
So jealous.
Put a little an owl.
Oh,
Oh, that's something.
wow. That's quite
Guys are
the,
haters. Anyway, so then they're also going to be, so they'll be voting on that. So there'll be a warning to vote that TIF bond, and then they're also doing another bond for the old bond warehouse to renovate it to make it a public works building. For folks that may not remember, the old bond warehouse was bought by the city up on Morrison Road across from Tatros. And that's going to be the public works building, and they need $3.3 million to do the renovations. So
And that puts it still way under the budget.
Yeah.
By like millions.
like a
and
$30
millions
million
of dollars. Yeah. It's still all in puts it at way under the original assessed budget of what it was going to take to get a new DPW building.
Yeah.
So
we're
kudos to them, and I
in a
hope
good
people
spot.
remember that when they're talking about all this stuff. That yeah.
All right. So now we've talked about local politics and local stuff. Ready to move on to some Vermont news?
Sure.
Seth is like, oh, I'm a little more interested. We'll have to get you involved in local stuff too,
Yeah.
because it does get very interesting, the politics in Barre City.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh.
Yeah, well, you could go back a couple years, it got really interesting.
Couple of years. Oh yeah.
Show
It
'em
was
the
pretty
hat.
rough.
No.
Huh? Show him the what?
Show 'em the
Show him the
hat.
hat? Where's the hat?
It's in
God.
Liam's desk.
It's in Liam's desk?
Yeah, I'll tell you the story
Thought we were
later.
talking about my hat.
I'll tell you the story
No,
later.
no, not your hat.
Never my hat, right?
You got a Barry Beat
I'll
hat.
tell you the story later.
Oh, great.
Oh man! All right. So apparently, mosquitoes in in Orleans, Addison, and Franklin counties have been tested and were positive for Eastern equine
Yeah.
encephalitis.
Well, and in Montpelier and Northfield.
Oh, Montpelier too.
Montpelier and Northfield. I just posted the article on Friday.
I didn't realize it was in Montpelier as well.
Montpelier
I
and
just got
Northfield
bit by a
both.
mosquito. Now I'm like super concerned.
Well, you better like stop riding the bicycle and put yourself in the Jeep with your top rolled up and the windows rolled up and plug your vents then.
Yeah, I'm not that scared.
Get yourself all right then.
I'll shut
Michael's
up.
never coming out of his house again.
That's not happening. I'm not that.
We're gonna zoom in the podcast now.
Huh?
We're gonna zoom in the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zoom.
We've done that before.
Yes, we have.
But no, this is really serious. I mean, folks need to make sure that they're, just being careful with the mosquitoes. If you're going out, make sure you wear.
Get them before they get
Repellent.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, I hate them. I hate them. I still don't understand why they're there.
Oh, hi, Brian. I don't know when he commented, but I hope he's still watching because I didn't see him comment.
No, he just barely commented. I think he did. All right. I'm not going to talk about the Israel trips with the 5. Oh, do you want to talk about that?
No, we're good. We're good.
We're good? You
Yeah.
sure? Because I could go off on this. for I could get into a lot of trouble. Let me just say.
Oh, me too, buddy.
So, are you familiar with there was 5 representatives that went to?
Yep.
Yeah. So, I don't know if we're going to be on the same page on this. Tell me what your thoughts are.
I don't even know if I should be commenting on this at all. This is some touchy subjects over here.
It is a touchy subject. I don't mind commenting on it. I'll just make the comment that,
Yeah.
you know what? It was a free trip for them. Let them have the free trip.
Yeah.
And with all due respect, Israel's not Satan. And Israel has a right to exist.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Full stop. And, you know, I mean, if somebody ever questioned me if I went on, which I wouldn't have gone because I don't have a passport and I don't want to go to another country, especially one where I have to worry about a bomb dropping on my head because there's scummy people that want to kill Jews. I feel like that's not okay.
Glad
I
someone
gotta
said
be
it.
Because
careful.
Yeah,
it's
you gotta be
not.
careful here.
Because
Okay.
it's not.
Gotta be careful here.
You know,
Yeah.
the last I knew, it was not okay to do that. But yet, you know, I guess some people feel that, whatever. Point is that we need to, like, whatever. I just, yeah, that was a crazy thing. And I'm tempted to read the actual definition. No, I'm not going to do this. Okay. Moving on, because Seth is way smarter than I am. He knows not to talk about this.
Oh yeah. Sounds like you got to get PR trained.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know, right? Again, it's a good thing I didn't go because I would have definitely made some comments that would have ruffled some feathers. But I'm also the guy that went down and washed the anti-Semitic trash that was on our, our
The
recruiters.
recruitment center.
Yeah.
The Army Recruitment Center over here.
It was disgusting. It was disgusting.
Wait, what happened?
Last summer, not this summer that we just
Last
had, the
winter,
summer
or
before.
2
Oh,
winters.
it was in the winter?
It was 2 winters ago.
Yeah, they
or
had
something.
spray painted all over the Army National Guard Recruitment Center over here.
Mm-hmm.
And Michael went down and literally scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed to scrub it clean.
Yeah,
Wow.
our men in uniform didn't need to see that shit,
Yeah.
and that's exactly what it was. And if the person that's watching, if the person that did it, or is watching, which I doubt that they watch the show, special place, my friend, special place for you. So anyway, whatever. Brian says, I don't think it was the trip that upset people. I think it was more based on the cost at taxpayers' expense. No, there was no cost at the taxpayers'
Right.
expense.
Yeah.
Israel paid for it.
Right. It was the foreign ministry that paid for it. So it had no expense to the
the
state of
US,
Vermont
yeah,
or the
state, yeah.
United States at all. It
Yeah.
was all paid for by Israel. And, I look at it as it's an opportunity, and people are getting they're in a bunch over this, but yet nobody's talking about the Ireland thing, which to me is insane because Vermont passed legislation to make a slush fund for legislators to go over to Ireland. That's not a problem, but and I'm Irish. I'm allowed to say that. Oh, okay. We weren't supposed to talk about it.
Oh no.
I'm sorry. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about something. I don't know what to talk about.
Nice weather we're having, guys.
Nice weather. Did yeah. Could talk about Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh,
National
yeah.
politics.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Seth wants to opine on Jimmy Kimmel.
I
Go
do like
for it.
talking about Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel. First of all, let me just say, shouldn't have the show. Let's just put that out there. Don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but I'm going to say it.
You can
All
say
right.
whatever you want.
Really?
There's always consequences.
Yeah.
All right, we'll deal with those later. Okay. Shouldn't have the show. Low ratings. Get him out. Shouldn't have. He should have lost the show to begin with. He should have lost the show a lot earlier than he did, and he shouldn't have got it back. But now that it has happened, can't wait for him to lose it again.
And he will.
And he will. Very
Wait a
soon.
minute, wait a minute. Click it, Raylene.
Oh,
What is that? What is that?
That's the point bell.
Okay. Oh, I got you.
Yeah,
I wasn't informed, guys. Why didn't you tell me this?
yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel is just a putz. I don't like the idea of like being canceled for your comments,
Oh.
but he's just a douche.
Douche.
Felt kind of personal for, turning point, you could
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think the thing that really pisses me off about it, really burns my biscuits and chaps my hide,
And get your gears going, yeah.
and
Oh
gets
my
my
gosh.
gears going, yes. Or
Lord,
what is
help
it?
me, Lord, help me.
Grinds my gears.
Yeah, grinds your gears.
Grinds my gears. People like Caranta.
Listen to a
what's
story
her
about a
name?
man named Jen.
I can't remember her name. Caranta, who was on one of the Star Wars things that Disney fired because of her comments
Oh,
on.
Yeah.
Do you remember her name?
I don't remember her name. I know what you're talking about, though.
Yeah. And then Roseanne, obviously, she got canceled.
Yeah.
It just all it's perfectly fine when you cancel somebody that isn't, a pathetic,
Yeah.
useless. Anyway, whatever.
Oh, goodness.
Getting a little sidetracked here.
This is what happens. I
Happens
get.
to him all the time.
Yeah, sometimes I get a little. You want to talk about the Presidential Hall of Fame?
Oh, right. Did you guys
Such
see
a
that?
great show we got here, guys.
The auto pen?
I saw that. That was
Right.
beautiful. I thought it was very funny. I bet a lot of people didn't, though.
No, well, I mean, I get it. Like, it's. So I saw that. My reaction was, I mean, it's kind of funny.
It is, yeah.
It's kind of funny, but it's also like there's a part of me that's like, well, it's funny, but it's also the president.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, there's got to be a specific level of professionalism there.
Thank you.
And with that, it's something, but it's funny.
It's
I'll give it
funny.
that.
It's funny. I'm not sure I would want that. I feel like that should be something done like, by me.
Yeah.
Not
The president of the
not-
United
not
States,
necessarily the president doing that, although it was funny.
It was funny.
I'm not sure I enjoyed it, but
I enjoyed it. I'll say it.
I mean, it's kind of funny, but it's also not funny.
Right.
Oh.
Double-edged sword there.
Yeah, definitely a double-edged sword. You guys probably have heard of her, but probably don't know as much about her as Raylene would. Dolly Parton, did you hear?
What?
She had to cancel her Vegas shows because of some health issues.
I did not hear.
Yeah, it's really sad
And it's sad.
because she's Dolly Parton.
Right.
National treasure.
Do you know? Do you
Of course
know
I
who she-
do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, everybody knows. No matter
Some
your
people-
age, no, I think everybody knows.
She's like the
Yes.
Michael Jackson
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
of yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Very
that's
true.
That's very true. Very, very sad. She's
She's gonna be getting up there in years now.
she's like 80 something,
Oh.
isn't
Yeah.
she?
Yeah.
I think she's like 80 something. But she did. I love how she announced it. Just typical for her, and it's funny.
I have not
It's
seen.
lighthearted. She
I'll
wrote.
have to look.
I want the fans and public to hear directly from me. Unfortunately, I need to postpone my upcoming Las Vegas concerts. As many of you know, I've been dealing with some health challenges, and my doctors tell me that I must have a few procedures. As I joked with them, it must be time for my 100,000-mile checkup, although it's not the usual trip to see the plastic surgeon.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah. I think what's even funnier than that though is the auto pen.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was, and then
agree.
she went on. In all seriousness, given this, I'm not going to be able to rehearse and put together the show that I want you to see, and the show that you deserve to see. You pay good money to see me perform, and I want to be at my best for you. Which too bad our, entertainment industry wouldn't take that cue, because we would certainly have better stuff out there.
For sure.
I know our thoughts are with you, Dolly. Not that you listen to the Barry Beat, but if you do, I would be very surprised. But our thoughts are definitely with you.
Help us all.
What?
Oh, nothing.
Let's see, what else? Oh, you want to talk about the shutdown?
No, he wants to talk about the auto pen, damn it.
Oh, you want to talk about the auto
I
pen
like
more?
the auto pen. It
I
was,
think
it was a good gag.
I think we covered that.
We
Pretty thoroughly.
We did.
did?
We scribbled that in.
Right.
But
It was a bad. It didn't even deserve the bill.
you're right.
Tomorrow, right? No, it's not
Tomorrow at
tomorrow night.
midnight, and I guess they met with what's his name at the White House?
Trump.
Yeah, that's his name.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man!
Oh my.
Wait a minute. Let's rewind the tape on that.
Right.
Let's rewind the tape.
Instant replay.
Who's there at the White House? Oh,
Who's at
yeah.
the White House?
Oh boy.
Raylene's gonna lose it.
She is gonna lose it. That's okay.
No, they had a big meeting, and apparently, the end of that meeting was they had big differences. I saw it on C-SPAN.
Oh yeah.
But
Well, was that today that they met?
yeah, 3:00. They met today. Trump was trying to convince Democrats to vote for it.
Did he win?
I don't think so. As far as I know, the 8 Democrats are still going to vote against it. And they need 8 to meet their 60. But they're going to try tomorrow afternoon to pass their clean CR. And if not, how many people? Isn't it like 500,000 people are going to be out of a job?
I don't know.
Or laid off, however they
Well,
do
the
that.
supposed.
Right.
Yeah.
However they
Well,
do the
The
shutdown.
same scare that they do constantly throughout all my years of listening. The
Right.
government's going to shut down and everything's going to go to hell
Has
this
it-
weekend.
Has it ever impacted you?
No,
No.
it never has.
That'll happen when TikTok shuts down.
It never has. Yeah, it really never has.
Right. I
And,
can't say it ever has. I can tell you it's been a staple, though. It seems like we're always talking about it.
So
Of course,
in-
we are,
in-
because it's just one more thing to scare the shit out of people about, right? And create a bunch of divisiveness that just continues to spiral out of control.
So, and I'll be honest with you. What tempt Trump with a good time on this one? Let's just be
Right.
honest. Shutting down the government is not going to upset Trump as much as
No.
people think it is, and it's not. Trump isn't going to do what Obama did, which is shut down the parks that don't have anybody in them. Right?
Right.
I mean, he literally shut down the monuments in Washington D.C., which I've been there multiple times, and I don't see people there checking people in. So it
Right.
was a spiteful move on behalf of a president that has probably divided our country more than any president in the last 100 years. But that's my opinion. And I just did a quick check here on ChatGPT, asking what's not affected. Because
Yep.
there's a huge, there is a cognitive, dissidence on this or something, where people think that, the government shutdown is going to have a huge impact on Medicare and stuff like that. But Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, they're all permanent funding, and they're
There's-
not
There's like a group of essential things that aren't affected by it.
correct. That's not affected. Air traffic control, border protection, those are all exempt.
The
Public-
nuts and bolts aren't
Correct.
affected.
Public safety.
But it's damn scary if you talk about it.
Right.
It sure is. It sure is, and I, I'm not suggesting that we should have a shutdown. What I'm suggesting is just pass the clean CR and just be moving on from it.
Right.
There's no point of messing around with that. Just otherwise, what could happen, and this is what the Democrats need to understand, is that Trump's willing to go all the way with this, and if he does, we the people may find out that we don't need as big of a government as we have. And that will be scary to some people.
Right, FAFO.
Yeah, and that's...
And we have 4 minutes to go, and we are not going 20 minutes over on an 8 to 9 night.
Yes,
Did you
ma'am.
hear that?
I heard that. So I will stop there. And just make a comment that Eric Adams dropped out of the race today for New York City mayor.
Did he cancel it or did he?
He dropped out.
He dropped out.
He dropped out.
Yeah,
So
I
I think it was
saw that
today. It
too.
might have been yesterday.
Yeah.
I
It was
saw the
sometime this
video.
week. Yep.
Little too late. We've
Just a
already
little-
got
Yeah. Just a bit.
Mondami or whatever his name is. He's going to be probably the next mayor of New York City. Please don't come to Vermont.
Yeah.
Unless you're a conservative seeking refuge, please come to Vermont.
Yeah.
And but don't vote for him and then come to Vermont. Because
Socialism sucks. Is that what we're referring to? Okay.
good job.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we've probably gotten into a lot of trouble tonight.
Probably.
My guess is.
Probably.
My guess is.
But
Deal with it later.
Why is it different than any other night?
Well, because
So-
I think I was a little mouthy.
Where'd my hat go? Oh.
Yeah.
Where'd my hat go? That is not the hat he walked in
This is
with.
yeah. Let me disclaimer. This is not the hat I came in. I came in with.
It is not the hat that he came in. All right, folks. Well, it's great. Thank you for coming. We really appreciate it. Tony Lawrence says he's scary. Yeah, he is very. That guy will be very scary as a mayor. All right. Well, thank you for watching the Barry Beat podcast. Thank you, Liam and Raylene, obviously, but thank you, Seth, for
Yep.
coming in,
Yes,
giving
thank
us a
you
little
very much.
update, and
keep
we
us
can't-
posted,
Yes, make sure you let us know when you finally become an established chapter, and maybe we'll have you on then. as
And I'd
well.
love to visit one of your meetings
Thank you,
sometime.
yeah.
Yeah,
if
of
course.
That's
Absolutely.
allowed.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
That's
we'd love to come back on with maybe the field representative sometime, Renee, also.
That
yes,
would be great.
that would be
Cool.
great.
Yeah.
That would be wicked awesome. All right.
Alrighty.
Well, thank you very much, and thank you everyone for watching the Barry Beat podcast, streamed live on 802 Scoop from Inside Scoop Studios, and we will see you tomorrow
At noon.
At noon,
For Table
Raylene
Talk.
for Table Talk.
Yeah.